thinking about. And because I have a podcast, I would like to put that on you and make you think about your friendships. Hello and welcome back to Traffic Talks. My name is Pyro and I hope you are doing well. Today's episode is basically a part 2 of a double feature because yesterday's episode was unexpected, but there we are. It's a catch up from the previous week that I missed. Today's episode is all about friendships, and as of late I have been going through a configuration mentally of what friendship is, because I've had to take stock of friends in my life. I've had to watch friends mourn an uncle of mine that passed and just understand the dynamic of having friends in your life. And it changes as you grow and as you learn and as you age, because sometimes we have friends by proxy because we are just in the same area, like in school or in a club or, like a sports club or a sports group, or we belong to, an art club or something, and they're just there by proxy because you have the same hobby. But maintaining friendships outside of that can be harder if you don't know how, or that hasn't been modeled for you. And that is something that I've had to learn and adapt to recently with a friendship of mine in particular, where on one hand a friend of mine is very forthcoming and upfront about things going on with her, and another friend of mine didn't tell me things until it was too late, so to speak. And I've discussed this with several people in my life, so if you have no idea what I'm talking about, hit me up and I'll explain. I just don't like putting other people's business out there because it is personal to an extent, so there's that. But I was so confused because the same scenario happened with two different friends, and on the one end I can understand it's not something that this particular friend in the negative light is used to, hence negative. Like, it's a different situation in terms of circumstance, but the same thing still happened, whereas the other one was like, no, it's happening, I'm telling you, I know about it, I'm letting you know, here we go. So I'm just very, very vague, and I'm sorry, but the situation is such that it made me reconsider my friendship with this person because of it. And that's a harsh reality to understand and accept, because me and this friend come a long way, and she's been there for me for a long time as a friend. We don't see each other too often, but there is still a level of basic respect I would have expected her to show me by telling me things, and she didn't. So I was just shocked and questioning, like, is this a friendship? And I've spoken about this numerous times with numerous people, and they've assured me, like, no, you are not in the wrong, you are not overreacting as well, you weren't treated right. So I'm just very intentional about thinking about who my friends are, and I've made a lot of efforts with old friends of mine to reconnect and make time for them, which has been hard since I've been ill. And a lot of them did actually contact me while I was ill and wish me well, and once you better, let us get together. So I'm just on that roll. But this is the thing, you don't always have the best intentions of friendship when you are sick, because you are focused on yourself and trying to recover. But once that's over and you are doing good, you'd expect to know that your friends have been there for you while you were ill. They checked in on you, they asked how you're doing, all those types of things. And my friends have, once again, except this one person. And all my other friends have done that, and I don't have a ton of friends, which just goes to show, like, they are high quality people to me, and now I'm questioning, is one of them even a true friend? And friendships change over time, and I get that, I fully comprehend that. People don't stay the same, people grow, people change. And obviously if you've both changed enough to be friends in the later years, great. But sometimes you change in a different way to them, your paths deviate, and you are no longer fit to be friends as the new individuals you have grown to be. Once again, fine. But this is not that situation. So that is something I've just been thinking about. And because I have a podcast, I would like to put that on you and make you think about your friendships. Because recently I went out with a friend for a day, and it was... I struggle to call it fun because I know she did not have the best time. She's been dealing with a lot. So I love you. I hope you're doing good if you are listening to this. But for me, being able to be there for her in her time of need is at the core what friendship is. Yes, we've had good times. We've gone on holiday together. We've had fun. We've been celebrating milestones recently. We've been talking a lot. We've been seeing each other more often than in previous years. But there is this thing of a friend in need is a friend indeed. And she needed me and I was there. And when I was not doing well, she was there for me. She was checking in on me often and, hoping you're doing good, hoping you're okay, hoping you feel better today. A week after, she's like, are you feeling good? Are you recovering well? Those types of things. My other friend from overseas, we chatted recently. And I'm just grateful for all my friends. I've known them over a decade each. One I've known basically my entire life. And that's a long time. And sometimes we need to just take stock of that and thank them for being there for us. Because sometimes we underestimate that. So, yeah, let me end this off on saying thank you to all my friends that I have. And I genuinely love you so, so much. Which the song of the week is actually called Old Friends by Jasmine Thompson. She does such a soulful version of the song that it brings me to tears. So definitely go give that a listen. And in general in life, okay, always keep being a better being. But when it comes to friendships, try being a better friend this weekend, this week, whenever you are listening to this. And thank you for joining me for this unwarranted ramble because it's been stuck in my brain. So thank you. I will see you in the next episode. And yeah, love you. Bye.